What's up, kids? Hey, kids, Chris here. I believe we are live. Yes, looks like we're good. Hey, let's do some Q&A today. It is Tuesday. I'm going to make sure that we're coming through loud and clear. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know we're good to go, that y'all can hear me, that the studio is working this morning. Tuesday, the 28th. Got a great question that came up. There we are. Yeah, I see us. Got a great question that came up recently. It was last week, so Philip, so sorry for taking a minute to get back to you on this one. But this is really a good question, and it has come up before, so I want to make sure we dive in here, and I will take as long as we need to. Anybody who does want to jump in here, let me just mention Philip here real quick. There we go. Um, so, there we go. Let's go ahead and knock this out and jump in here. As always with our Q&As, please ask questions. I want to make sure we're getting people moving forward. There is so much going on right now and so much opportunity. Whoops. So much going on right now and so much opportunity that I want to make sure we're not leaving anybody out. There's a lot of movement in the markets. There's a lot you can be doing. What's up, Joshua, William? Awesome to see you. Sheridan, great to see you. I want to make sure we're not leaving anybody out. And there's things we can do as agency owners. Rock, great to see you. Things we can do as agency owners to really move our markets forward and move our clients forward and give them an opportunity to serve their clients. And a lot of this is leadership. So Philip's question is a really, really good one. So Philip asks, again, this is last week. So again, sorry for the delay, Philip. It's just we get a lot of questions coming in. I want to make sure we get them all done every day. If you have content about lead sourcing and outreach methods, I would highly appreciate it. Really appreciate your call yesterday. Yeah. So, by the way, also, Philip jumped on one of our calls. Anybody is totally welcome in this group. You need to reach out for a call. We open up a few calls a week just to help people out. They're free, and we schedule this for about 30 minutes at a time. Myself and one of the guy named Brendan, who helps us with coaching as well. So, if you're stuck and want to reach out, again, just shoot us a message. We'll get you on the calendar. Yeah, lead sourcing and outreach methods right now. Now, here's the big thing about lead sourcing and outreach anytime, but particularly it's so, so important right now. It's about relationships. What's up, Dan? Good to see you. It's about relationships. Relationships are key. And I know you've heard that so many times before. We've all heard that so many times before. But relationships are absolutely so, so important. And if we don't have those relationships in place, if we're just out there trolling in people's Facebook groups or in LinkedIn or Instagram or wherever we are, if we're just trolling and there's no relationship, we're just making reach, reach, reach. Hey, here's what I do, come to me. It just simply doesn't work. And you're going to get a lot of negativity out of the market. People are kind of pushed back right now anyway. There's enough of the pushy stuff going on in our culture. And it's really important to make sure that we're a light of hope, of positivity, and of help, and of forward momentum, action, right? Yes, I need this. Haha. You bet, Rock, man. Glad you're here, dude. Great to see you. Yeah, we want to make sure we're doing the stuff that all of us do, Rock. Yeah, Rock, you're absolutely right. So we want to make sure we're doing the stuff that really makes sure that we're getting the important stuff done that builds relationships and keeps people moving forward with positivity. All right? That's principle number one as we're working on lead sourcing and as we're working on finding new clients, the attraction methods, okay? So let's talk through a couple of big general categories when it comes to lead sourcing. Right now, I would say more than ever, which is shocking to say, right? Social media and being online, an online presence is so, so important. And I mean an active online presence. I don't mean do you have a website or a landing page or a funnel. I mean real deal, active. Excuse me. A sneeze there. I don't have corona. I'm all good. I promise. I mean a real deal active web presence, social media presence, ideally something where you're able to reach out and teach and build a community. The reason that's so important is, well, for one, everybody's on their phones and their computers all the time, right? Even if we all say we might not like Facebook and we don't want to waste time on there, but we're all doing it in some form or fashion, or Instagram or LinkedIn or whatever your thing is, YouTube, whatever, wherever your market is, be there. Here's why. Right now, people are stuck at home. They're working from home. They're doing things digitally more than ever. We're here. We need hope. We also need that message of hope. So if you've got a great message of hope to deliver, if you can help people move forward, then absolutely do that. That is going to be one of the best places you can go for lead sourcing right now. And being strategic about that is so important. So like I mentioned a minute ago, jumping in and kind of trolling Joshua, great to see him. Trolling other people's groups is not cool. Nobody likes that, right? But there are so many ways you can bring people into your own group and invite them to be in your group. I mean, we're all in this group together. We're just a bunch of digital creative entrepreneurs who are out there building brands and stuff like that in this group. It's completely free, and we talk about these topics every day. This is a fantastic way to meet other people in your market, or for you to invite your potential clients to your own group if you want to make your own group. Super easy to do, and you can give a lot of great information. You can do it on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. There's so many ways to do it. YouTube, whatever your favorite brand is, wherever you naturally hang out anyway, go and do that. You don't want to do too many things at once. Sometimes people make the mistake of diving in and building out this amazing Facebook community and Instagram community and LinkedIn. They're pushing and they're trying to do stuff on YouTube. If you have a team and you have time and resources, then yeah, you can tackle multiple platforms at once. But if it's just you and you're just getting started, you're getting those early on leads, pick one. Pick the one you like the best, pick the one you relate to the best, the platform you relate to the best, and get out there and absolutely crush it right there. Yeah, Joshua, I have lots of content on this. Cool, man. That's so awesome. Reach out to Joshua, guys. He's got tons of content on this. Sounds like that's super great. So make sure that you're actually doing the work and being where you naturally hang out. That's really important. Also, let's take that a step farther. Making direct contact to people if they are needing your help is such a cool way to do that. It's okay to do that if they need your help and they're raising their hand, they're saying, hey, I need help with this issue, and they're in a group that you don't host. It's super okay to jump in there in the comment thread and just drop solid, serious content, not in a way that's like trying to pull them in and be the top of your funnel, because that looks kind of sketchy and people just kind of are sick of that, right? What's up, Kelton? Great to see you. But you want to make sure that you're actually producing really good content and really helping. So if somebody drops a question in this Facebook group or any Facebook group, for instance, and you haven't answered that question, just drop solid content on answering that question wherever your market's hanging out and wherever they're asking those key questions. Don't put a link to your site. Don't put a link to your funnel. Just build that relationship. What's up, Alicia? Good to see you. So make sure you're building those relationships and dropping awesome content. If they find that your content is super helpful and that you're not scammy and just trying to be obvious about reeling them in, they're going to come to your profile, right? Make sure that your profile, your Facebook profile or Instagram, whatever, is really relevant to the market you're speaking to. So you want to make sure that your profile has stuff about you, not just about the party you just went to last weekend, but that it's really about you helping people. And in that profile, you can have links to your group or to your funnel or to your website or whatever. Just don't do it in the groups you're reaching into. Add amazing content without selling, no links, no self-promotion, just help in people's Facebook groups. And then they will come and find you. The people that are in that thread will come and find you. We're all stalkers. We all like clicking through the names. We want to see what their profile is all about. They're going to find you. They're going to see an awesome post you have. Ideally, one near the top of your profile that's pointing them to more information you have. Rock, is there ever a time to shoot a message on Facebook, seeing if they need help? Yeah, there is. And so let me just drop. It depends, right? So for those watching later on, hopefully I'll just flag that one right there so they can see it and jump in here at the right time, Marker Rock, because that's a really good question. Yeah, so absolutely, if there's a relationship. So if you're dumping awesome content, let's say someone else's Facebook group, because that's the edgiest place to do this, because some Facebook group proctors don't want you doing that. But if you're really adding content, somebody asks a question like they do in groups. For instance, somebody in my group yesterday mentioned that they had this awesome new branding palette they put together for their own business. That's fantastic. If you're a branding person and you want to jump in on that conversation, then jump in there and add awesome value. Her name is Sammy. She's fantastic. She did a great job. But that's a great place for a conversation starter, right? So adding value is the way I go about this, Rock. And then I let people reach out to me, but I really make sure that my Facebook profile is relevant to the content I'm talking about. So if I'm on a mission this entire week to, let's just use this topic, to help people figure out lead sourcing, which is not the point of this week, but for me, but let's just use that as an example. Then I'll make sure that I have some awesome lead sourcing content a couple hundred words typed up in a really cool post or a video or something at the beginning of my personal Facebook profile. And then if I'm out there in the world of Facebook and other people's groups leaving really valuable content in existing threads, somebody's asked a question about that topic and I can add value. That's awesome. That's all I'll do. I won't say, hey, go check out my profile for more info or anything like that. I'll just leave awesome content and I'll just do it better than anybody else dropping content in that group. All right, I will spend 30 minutes writing a post if I need to that's really just like paragraphs of content, really giving them the steps all in, really giving them awesome value. And they will inevitably call me back. They will reach out to my profile and they'll usually message me. If you go way over the top, they jump in there and just, they love it. Because people simply say sometimes, like, if I said, hey, Kelton, I see you there. Let me just finish this up and then I'll answer that awesome question. If I'm talking to about brand, not branding, but outreach and finding new clients, let's say, in other digital entrepreneur groups, not my own, and I just give insane content, meaning like everybody else uses, yeah, just do more Facebook ads, or people sometimes jot down comments that aren't really helpful, like, yeah, just ask people for their business, and I'm like, come on, help me out here. The person really has a question. I'll literally type up like 5 or 10 things. Here's what to do in sequence. Here's what to do next. Here's what to do next. Here's what to do next. Here's how to do it. Some nuances. I just want to really blow them away and give them really good value. If they take that and can do it on their own, awesome. Usually people, though, they do want to come back and engage and say, thanks, and can we jump on a call, or can you give me any more, or is there a place I can go to find out more about you? They want to reach out, but it comes down to just really going to town on that content, making it awesome, not in any way reaching out and asking for their gig. And then rock one more thing there. Yeah, shooting them a message and a direct message. I only do that if they've engaged with me intentionally. All right. I never go into someone else's group, make friends. And I'm not sure exactly what you're mentioning there, Rock. And I know you know how to do this too. I never go in there and make friends and then try to send them a private message. Hey, would you like to hit my landing page up? I got a discount code for 50% off or whatever. I know you wouldn't do that, Rock, but that kind of stuff typically pushes people away. But if they want to engage with me and join my Facebook groups or one other group that we manage, or ask for more information or whatever, then awesome. Absolutely, I do that. I invite people to this Facebook group all the time because, as any of you know who've been in here for quite a while, we don't sell anything in our Facebook group. Like, you can look through our post. We've never dropped a link to sell anything. We host guests that speak on different topics in this Facebook group, and I'll drop a link that points you to them, but we don't even have affiliate deals with them. We just simply provide information here. So I love doing that because the relationships are what really matter. And then if somebody wants to find out more, they can definitely engage with you in lots of cool ways. Hope that helps, Rock. Kelton says, what if biz owners aren't engaging at all? Should I change the content? Yeah, so Kelton, I would. If you're not getting any engagement at all in a group that you're managing, I'm just going to go down that path for a second. Clarify if you can. If it's your own group and they're just simply not responding, then it probably means that you're not finding the pain point. You're not really talking about the thing that they need, and that could be if it's your own content, like if it's on your Instagram page or on your own Facebook group, or if it's hey Mark, by the way, Pip, great to see you too. If it's something you can control, yeah, you bet, Rock, absolutely glad to help. If it's something you can control, then yeah, change the content. And I do this. You can see this live right here in my group. I'm doing it right now. I answer questions. It's funny to me how we think as experts in our field, we think we know what our market wants to hear and how to help the next person. But often we're so good at what we do, we've forgotten the kind of the pain points and the struggles that people have the step before us or 10 steps before us, however far you are along in your progression. And it's really, really important to make sure that it's good to hear from you too, Mark. Great to see you, bud. It's really, really important to make sure that you're answering the questions that they have where they are right now. So when you're first starting out, if you're answering questions or trying to create cool content on LinkedIn or Facebook or Instagram, wherever you are, and you don't have a group that's funneling questions to you like I have here, which is super easy to have a group, invite cool people that are in your market to it, and they will ask you your questions for you, and they'll tell you what they want to learn. We create all of our content purely around what you want to learn. It's super easy. And if you're just starting out, when I was just starting out, I would go through other people's Facebook groups, other people's content, other people that I knew were really being well followed on some social media platform, and I would see what people were asking them. And I wouldn't go and plagiarize the answers to those questions because that's their answer and the way they say it is great. But I would make a list of those questions that are being asked out there that have a lot of response and a lot of engagement on those channels. And then I would just jump in there and make sure that I really, what's up, Franklin? Great to see you, dude. That I really get to just really hammer the awesome content around those questions. So I hope that that helps. Because I think that's a really important issue, and you really want to make sure, obviously, you're relevant. So, Kelton, let me know if that helps or if I can answer anything deeper there. So, really making sure that I'm going to go back and make sure I actually have the content, the point of this, the whole story we're telling here. Getting those leads, finding new opportunities, and really making sure that we're bringing in opportunities so we can sell, talk to more people, find out what their needs are, do discovery calls, strategy calls, whatever you do. You really want to make sure, number one, that you're being very, very relational, that you're not hunting out there in a space that's someone else's space and the people there feel like they're safe and now they're getting pinged and hit up. Kelton, awesome. You bet. So glad to help. So you want to make sure you're being really, really relevant. You're being really, really relational. And then if you are reaching into someone else's space, another Facebook group or community online, whatever, then just be amazing and add value. And I know so many people like me that look like they kind of have it figured out. It sounds silly, right? I probably don't. That look like they have it figured out, that are that are successful in it. Just say add value, and you're like, yeah, I want to add value, but I got to make a buck too. I need to get started, right? I used to think that way too, but it really is true. Just adding an enormous amount of value, and then making sure that your personal profile is really set up for conversions, meaning it tells them who you are, it creates even more value, and it gives them the links on your personal profile, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, wherever, that really helps them find out more about you. They will come and stalk you. If you add enormous value somewhere and answer questions like crazy and don't say, hey, if you want to know more, click here, none of that. Just add crazy value. They will click on your profile on whatever platform you're on, and they will come see you. And you can do all of that stuff that you want to, adding even more value, giving links, helping them find your website or whatever, right there on your personal profile. It is such a cool, super easy way to do it, and it really does work. Hope that helps. Let me go down one more path. We got time here. I booked 30 minutes for this, so any questions you have, keep firing them away. Let's talk about getting referrals for a second, because all of us know people, and all of us have existing clients or past clients or next door neighbors or friends we have on Zoom or whatever social media platform you're on these days, whatever. All of us know people. Asking for referrals and being super specific about that is another really great way, Philip, to kind of wrap this back to the beginning of this conversation. Another great way to really make sure that you're getting really good people into your pipeline. So the cool thing about asking for referrals is Alicia, great tips. Hey, you bet. So glad to help out, Alicia. The referral thing is super cool because you can steer the type of client you're going to get, right? So I can ask, Alicia just said great tips. Alicia's now a fan of mine, okay? Yay. So Alicia and I are going to hang out and we're going to talk because she just said great tips in a Facebook group. And then let's say she initiate even more conversation. I'm just picking on Alicia because she's the last one to comment there. Well, I could reach out to Alicia and ask her if she knows people in my market. For instance, my digital agency works with surgeons in subspecialties and really unique niche communities around the United States. Right? We take surgeons into niche communities and make them successful. We market for them, we do all the communication, etc. You all know how that works. You're all digital agency owners. So I promise you that the people who are commenting in this thread right now, just to take a little sample, I promise you, y'all know surgeons, or you know someone who knows surgeons. You're either right there connected, you've got a friend you went to school with, or you've worked with some in the past, or your next door neighbor, or whoever is a surgeon in a subspecialty. Or you went to the orthopedist last year and got your knee worked on. You know somebody, all right? I can find referrals from my digital agency by just simply asking people that I'm connected to, hey, I'm growing my agency. We're currently expanding. I've got space for 2 new clients. Here's the exact type person I'm looking for. Surgeons and subspecialties and really unique communities, small towns, really concierge-focused communities around the country. Do you know anybody who's a surgeon in a subspecialty that I could help bring the right patients to, that could use a few extra patients? People say yes to that all the time. Well, yeah, I do. Cool. And then we just go down the path of figuring out how can we make that connection happen, getting connected on Instagram, Facebook, social media, email, texting, whatever, and just let them know, hey, I would love to jump in and actually have a deeper conversation. If there's anything I can do to help, great. If not, and I can point you in the direction that will help you and you can do it yourself, awesome. We do that all the time. That's another fantastic and super simple way to be hyper relational and to actually get on profile, really hyper targeted on profile clients and prospects into your agency really, really quickly. That kind of cycle doesn't take a lot of time to build up, like a Facebook group or some big, thing, spending 3 weeks on my funnel and then driving everybody to this new Instagram thing I'm going to do and then this LinkedIn strategy. Those things take months. But just reaching out to people and asking for referrals can be very, very, very fast and very effective to get you a couple of referrals, a couple of new clients in. That way you can help find a little more cash, maybe outsource the bigger projects like that LinkedIn project you want to do or that Facebook project you want to do or those ads you want to run. Easy way to finance that is getting a few referrals. So hope that helps. Any other questions before I jump out of here? Philip, super hope this helps on your main question. Thanks so much everybody else for jumping in here. Any other questions that I can answer as we move forward today? I'll make sure I don't leave anybody out. Okay. If nobody drops a question here, I'm going to jump out of here. Y'all have a fantastic day. I'll be back on live for sure Thursday morning at 10 a.m. Central. And we're going to talk about, I believe that one's queued up for people. Like we're going to be talking about how to outsource things, what you should do, what you should stop doing, outsourcing some things, making sure you get the right team members on your staff. And I don't mean you have to go out and hire somebody because that's kind of scary for a lot of us, but even just a little bit of outsourcing, finding a 1099 or a contractor, finding somebody in your country of origin or in another country that can help you out. There's so many cool people around the world right now. We actually just hired someone this morning about an hour and a half ago. Our team is growing just to keep growing with our team, and it's so easy and doable. And I want to make sure you know how to find and why to find the right people. Because right now, folks, there is so much opportunity. We as digital agency owners, as creative agency owners, people who do things online and help people sell stuff, helping your clients connect to their markets, your clients and their markets need you more than ever right now. I know there's some doom and gloom going on with markets and industries and, election coming up and all this stuff about health and there's so much distrust in our society. There's all of that, but ultimately all of that is keeping people shaken up a little bit, but we're still people. We still want to connect, right? We still want to buy stuff. We still want to reach out. We still want to do the things. We still are desperate for a vacation, or we're desperate to go out to eat, or we just really want to have some fun, or we want to go hang out with our friends, or we want to buy that product. We want to find that service. We want to figure out a new way to engage. People in our space who get to do this digitally, who already have all that code cracked, have such an opportunity to help so many people. Your clients and the people your clients help. Oh my gosh, what a magical time. So anyway, get out there and do these things. Find those people, connect, make a difference. You've got the skill sets to change people's lives. You really do. So get out there, find the people that need you, and make a difference in their life. All right, folks, that's it for me. Have a fantastic Tuesday. I'll see you again for sure on Thursday, 10 a.m. Central, and we'll dive in and answer all the questions you got. All right, talk to you soon. Bye.